What's going on, guys? CTA Prime back here again. Today I want to take a look at Red Dead Redemption running on PC. Now it's not running natively in Windows, it's running on an Xbox 360 emulator called Xenia. And in the last few months, this emulator has come a long way. I'll leave a link to the website in the description. It's actually really easy to set up. There's really nothing you need to do but download the emulator itself and have your Xbox 360 ISOs ready. I believe there's a compatibility list over there so you can check out what's running, what's in-game, and what's playable. But before you get too excited, you need to understand that this is kind of early in the development cycle for the 360 emulator. It's actually been around for a while, but in the last 6 months, development has picked up on it, and I'm super excited to see Red Dead Redemption running. Now, it's far from perfect. There's a lot of foliage issues or grass issues, and you'll see those in a second, and you're going to need a decent system to run this on. For instance, I'm running an i5 9600K overclocked to 5.1 GHz on all 6 cores. I also have 16 GB of DDR4 2400 MHz RAM and an EVGA RTX 2080 XC Ultra. I still can't hit a constant 60 FPS on this, but like I said, it's really early in the development cycle of this emulator. So I'm going to go ahead and start up the game now. I will have the GPU, CPU, memory usage listed, plus the FPS up in the top left-hand corner. I'm going to go full screen with this. And if you take a look where it says CPU, I'm right at 5.1 gigahertz. Oh, and I should have mentioned, this is the DirectX 12 version of the emulator. There's also a Vulkan version, but I can't get past like 28 FPS in game, so I went with the DX12 version. Cutscenes seem to work pretty well, but if you skip a cutscene, sometimes the dialogue follows you over into gameplay, and I've just had the whole thing play out before. I was just running around this town here because we're kind of stuck right here, at least on the DirectX 12 version. I'm not sure how it is with the Vulkan version, but I cannot interact with Lily when it's time to progress into the game. So I've just been running around this town here, trying to find the borders and just checking everything out.
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine.
Alright, so here we are in game. I'm using an Xbox One controller. It worked right out of the box. I didn't have to set anything up. There's really not many settings in the Xenia emulator right now anyway. First thing you're going to notice are all the plants. The trees, the grass, all of the foliage in this game isn't being rendered properly. And that's one of the main issues that needs to be fixed here, plus the progression issue. But I think if they could get this first section working perfectly, then it's just a matter of getting the ball rolling and getting the whole game to work. But taking a look at that GPU usage, we're sitting close to 100%, but my CPU itself is only around 50%. This is 6 cores at 5.1 gigahertz. And even with this setup here, I'm averaging around 45 FPS. You will see it go up to 60 every once in a while. Now, I'm not saying that this is a super high-end gaming machine, but I really have no trouble playing most everything high to ultra settings at 4K. Now, down the road, I'm sure they're going to implement more optimizations to allow lower-end CPUs to run this at full speed, and to tell you the truth, I haven't tested it on anything but this system here. If you guys are interested in seeing this run on lower-end hardware like the AMD 2400G, let me know in the comments below and I can whip up a video. But overall, I've been really impressed with the progression of the Xenia emulator. It has come a long way since its initial release, and it's just getting better and better. I recently picked up a ton of Xbox 360 games from Craigslist so I can mess around with this emulator a little more. I mean, now and in the future. But I definitely want to keep up to date with it. I do plan on making more videos on this emulator. If you guys are interested in a tutorial or you want to see anything specific running in this Xenia emulator, let me know in the comments below. I'm going to leave you with a little more gameplay. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you could, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and like always, thanks for watching.